Well, on the Washington side, SR 14 is back open this morning. And as Kelly mentioned, I-84 from Troutdale to the Dalles, they have reopened after being closed for most of the day yesterday. Highway 26, though, it is still closed near Rhododendron to Highway 35. There are high winds blowing snow, very poor visibility right now. Cora Harlan is checking in on that winter storm and how it's affecting the mountain. And Cora, where are you? And I see that there is actually some snow falling where you are.
Right. Well, we're in Rhododendron. We're at the road closure here at Rhododendron here, and I guess there's some breaking news to tell you about a little bit this morning. Just talked with Dave Tragathon about 5 or 10 minutes ago with Mount Hood Meadows, saying that Mount Hood Meadows will suspend its operations for today as a result of, partly because of this, because the people just can't get up here on US 26. But he also told me that they have a lot of digging out of their own to do. They have team members to get up to the resort. That's turning out to be an issue a little bit. They just have some work to do there after getting what is described as about 32 inches of snow at Meadows in a 24-hour period yesterday. So it's heavy snow. Meadows is going to suspend today. Haven't heard from Timberline or from Ski Bowl, but I can't imagine there's going to be a lot of activity up at either one of those places either, as long as this persists right here. This is the line of big rigs and cars that have been here since the middle of the early afternoon yesterday when the road itself closed. Carl's he's got ice under his feet there, so I don't want to move it around too much, but you get the idea. You can see the police lights up there just ahead of those big rigs. The red lights, of course, would be the tail lights. This is eastbound traffic. We're standing actually in the middle of the westbound lanes right here, but because there's no traffic coming this way, there's just not a real issue with standing out here in the road, so don't be concerned about that. But the big rigs and the cars are they're double, triple parked out here on US 26 and again in the eastbound lanes right here. Haven't heard of any trees coming down in the road. That would be an issue if that were to happen. I haven't heard of any of that. But the snow is simply falling yesterday at a rate that was so rapid and so heavy that the plow drivers, they simply couldn't keep the snow off the road, get the snow off the road fast enough. It became a situation where it was just not as safe as they would like it to be, an area that would be prone to spin-outs and all the rest of that, and that is a real mess when that gets going. So it was probably a good call for them to close the road down when they did. As for a reopening time, we have no idea. We know the plows are up there, Ken, above and beyond the police lights that you can kind of see up there in the distance. And I'll take you out here with kind of a turnaround, Carl, looking back down toward Rhododendron and the cars that are again lined up here in Rhododendron. They're lined up there a good mile and a half, mile or so, or back to Welch's almost. Some of these big rigs are back there. So it's a big standstill here this morning at about 6 o'clock or so. And we will await daylight and await more information from ODOT on when potentially US 26 may reopen here at Rhododendron. But again, the big headline is Mount Hood Meadows suspending operations today, despite all of the good snow they've had there, as they try to get this road back open and they try to get themselves dug out from a lot of snow.
Well, I know a lot of those big rigs there, they just have to get through at some point because they're delivering goods. But, you know, other people who are there, you see folks turning around at all, or are they just going to wait it out?
Yeah. Well, some people I've seen, I mean, there's a lot of gaps in some of this, which would indicate some people were pulled over for a while and then just turned back around. But there's a guy in a pickup sitting right here, and I think he's probably taking a nap or so in the car. Some people, there is no better way to go other than US 26 for some people. So some people are just waiting it out here, and a lot of people have turned around. But, you know, like I say, for a lot of people, there is no better way than this, and this is closed.
Yeah, I hope all of them are fully gassed up, man, because you don't want to run out of gas in that situation.
So do I.
All right, thank you very much, Cora.